Hey everybody, so the information that I recently got was a little mind-blowing, and then I did see it on the news this morning and I thought, boy, I don't know how many news channels are gonna talk about this, so I wanted to. So we know that we have been getting Chinese nationalists coming up through our southern border, which is a great concern, especially in the wake of current events and what's happening. It's, well, let's just say we all know that too many people are coming up through our southern border, which should not be. They're not safe to be here. I don't want them here. I know you probably don't want them here. If you're watching this channel, I can guarantee you don't want them here. So it's a big concern. Now, I'm sure most of you have heard that the Chinese are buying up a lot of property, a lot of rural property, and this is done mostly or primarily around any nuclear facilities that we have throughout the United States. So that's a big concern. You know that if they are buying them specifically in that type of area, that there is something else going on, but what is it? What are they up to? My mind can wander with what I think is going on, but really at this point it's still just speculation. Now I will say that some things that have come to light, I believe it was down in Houston, Texas, Trump had shut down a Chinese run, I guess it was like a police station that they had, and I'm not sure how long it was up or anything like that, but I do know that there is another one in New York actively running in Chinatown as of today. And let's see, what is today? The 21st. So November 21st, it is actively running. It's set up in
the Chinese Communist Party being accused of establishing at least 2 police stations in the Netherlands. Dutch media is reporting evidence of, quote, overseas service stations. China says it's to provide diplomatic services and rejects the claims, but the Dutch Foreign Ministry says it's being used to silence Chinese dissidents in Europe, and it is illegal. And maybe a bit closer to home, folks, too. There's a report in the New York Post that also indicates a secret Chinese police station is open in New York City. Joining us to discuss this and some of the threats is the author of The Great U.S.-China Tech War, Gordon Chang. Gordon, thanks for being with us. Always great to have you.
Thank you so much, Bianca.
So, what do you make of this? Obviously, they're denying it, but we see this police station in the Netherlands. The one here in New York, Gordon, you probably know, is on the Lower East Side, reportedly run by a U.S. charity on an IRS blacklist. So they're, sneaking around a lot of dark money. How concerned should we be here with this police station open within our borders?
We should be extremely concerned. This is a violation of our sovereignty. But the story here, Bianca, is not the Chinese violating our sovereignty. It's that we have allowed the Chinese to do so. The Chinese felt bold enough to actually open up a fixed facility because we have not stopped Chinese consular officials and Ministry of State security agents from operating on our soil almost openly. And this has gone back to the Obama administration. Last year in New York, where this unofficial police station is, in June, you had a Chinese consular official on the streets of 42nd Street, right outside the Chinese consulate, openly showing a gun in a holster, intimidating Americans exercising their First Amendment rights, and actually inflicting facial injuries on a female reporter. Complaints were made to the New York Police Department and to the State Department, and nothing happened.
And the DOJ could be doing something, as you point out. Some House lawmakers, Republican ones, sent a letter to Antony Blinken and also Merrick Garland demanding answers. But I think, too, I want to ask you just about the mindset of Xi. So he knows he can get away with this here on our soil. He just secured that third term. Is this part of world dominance here, to have these surveillance states everywhere? Because there's also apparently 54 of these police centers in other countries.
Exactly. The Chinese are essentially imposing their laws on foreigners in foreign lands. Xi Jinping believes that Chinese rulers have the mandate of heaven over Tianxia, or all under heaven. In other words, that he is the only legitimate ruler in the world. And so China is exercising power on foreign soil, including ours. And so really, they're going to do everything possible if we don't stop them. And we have not stopped them until very recently. It was only this week that Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, announced indictments of Chinese nationals for violating our sovereignty. This is a good step, of course, but it's way too late.
Let's hope we get some more answers.
They say that they are running this to help people with their paperwork and stuff for working. However, it has come to light that they have actually funded the purchase for the land that is next to the nuclear installations. So we've got Chinese coming in, Chinese buying up property in strategic locations, Chinese being funded to buy this said property near these locations. I do believe that there is a bigger issue and something is on the verge of happening, especially now that it has also come to light that our current person in charge is all the work is coming out from the GOP that they were being funded and they were in the hands of this regime. So now we know that there was a big part of that certain crime family that's in charge, and we know that they are working with the Chinese, and now they are on American soil. So what's going to happen next? That is the big question, and will they be able to take it down and prevent a very huge national disaster before one takes place? Gosh, I really hope so. Anyway, I really thought that it was important to kind of get that information out there. I thought if you don't know about it, you should at least at the very minimum be aware what is happening, being alert to the situation. I don't know. I know there is a group of people working to try to get them out, but right now things are so up in the air. I'm not sure where that's leading. So keep this on your radar. If I find out more information, I will try to put some information about that on here. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you watching today. Have a fantastic holiday week, and hopefully from my family to yours, I wish you all the very, very best of Thanksgiving and all the things that we do still have to be thankful for. Thank you. Bye-bye.